Hey everybody, and welcome to Front Porch Comedy. I'm your host, Scott Castellanos. Remember everybody, keep creating, keep that content coming, and hey, use that hashtag Can't Stop Comedy. Awesome. Yeah, so I took off yesterday, so I posted a little be back tomorrow, gone fishing kind of sign. I just had one of those rough days at work and needed to focus and needed to chill out and get some stuff, and did a little hanging with the fam, had some yummy dinner that my wife made, so it was phenomenal. For those of you who've never seen this is just me doing a little bit of stand-up because I don't have anywhere to do it, so I do it here on my front porch every night. I've been working out lots of material, I've been writing a lot, and that's been super exciting for me because I'm probably writing more than I have in a long time, and I'm digging up some of that old stuff that I just didn't have that much confidence enough to work it out, and I just started from a little idea, and the writing has been helping me get all that out. So bear with me. I still don't have that remote. I ordered a new one, so I'm assuming one will be here soon for this camera, so you're gonna keep seeing me going in and out like the last couple episodes. So let's just get right into this, and we'll get right to it, everybody. Hashtag Can't Stop Comedy. Well, now it's the part of our show where we do the shout outs. So this is where I give a shout out to a local small business, and I also give a shout out to a local comedian, just to kind of show some support, really. That's the only reason I'm doing it, not looking for anything. Nobody's asked me to do these or anything like that. This is, again, just my opinion. I'm just trying to promote these little businesses as best I can. I hope people keep them in mind, either if they're still open or when they reopen. So again, all on me, guys. This is just my opinion. So my first shout out is going to go to a small business named Cucina 3, or it's probably in Italian because it's an Italian joint, in Norridge on Cumberland Avenue. I believe they are just south of Lawrence Avenue. So Cumberland and Lawrence, a little bit south on Cumberland. My family has gone there multiple times, and they brought me food back. My son loves the meatballs there. My wife had a panini that she absolutely loved as well. So make sure you guys hit these guys up. I can tell you everything I've had has been top notch. So hit them up, Cucina 3. I will tag them in all this, so show them some love, everybody. And now my shout out for the comedian is going to be to Eric Pennell. Eric Pennell, a really funny guy. He's kind of edgy, reminds me of kind of like a Bill Burr. Like he's got a little anger underneath it all, or something like that. I love it. He really controls the stage. He controls the audience. He's got a big presence. He's got a great podcast that I've just subscribed to probably about 2 weeks ago, and I've been kind of doing a little binge listening on that one, called Busting Balls podcast. Really good. Actually, I was super excited because the last episode he has Larry Reeb on there. For anybody who's a Chicago native, this guy is a classic here. He's a legend here in Chicago. Way back, I believe in the 80s, because I'm pretty sure I was like in junior high the first time I saw him. He was on the Rodney Dangerfield HBO special that was at Rodney Dangerfield's club, Uncle Lair. Hilarious. But Eric Pennell is who I'm giving my shout out for tonight. So Bustin' Balls podcast. He's a very, very funny guy. Really commands the stage, really commands the audience. Check him out once we're all back, everybody. So those are my shout outs for tonight. Check them on out. All right, everyone, it's joke time. All right, here's something I dug up, and it was something completely different before I started rewriting this joke a little while ago, and I think it's ready for its premiere on Front Porch Comedy tonight. So without further ado, here's your comedian, Scott Castellanos. Hey everybody, how you doing? I am Scott Castellanos, and it's wonderful to see you guys out there, out here under the spotlight in the darkness again, right? Which is perfect for tonight's set. So, so we're all obviously still quarantined, all sitting in. I'm sure we're all doing our best to be as productive as we can, getting those projects done at home, cleaning out them closets, keeping active in some way. I'm sure we're all doing all that. But one thing I'm pretty darn sure most people are doing right now is binge watching some shows and stuff, right? Netflix, Hulu, maybe it's Hulu, maybe it's Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Pornhub. Yeah, I bet the porn companies, the porn sites are probably crushing it right now, because we all know, just between you and me, right, that you got that extra time by yourself, extra time on your hands, the computer's open, the phone's out, the iPad's out, you can hit up that Pornhub, I'm pretty sure, right? So actually what I wanted to talk about tonight is the unsung hero of the porn industry, and that is the porn screenwriter, or the screenplay writer. That's the person I think is the unsung hero of this, because this person has got to have a ton of creativity, because they're writing all these situations and it always leads to sex. You got to take any crazy situation, right? Back in the old days, we had those classic scenarios, the pizza man, the pizza delivery guy, or a cop and a prisoner, or the Debbie and the Dallas Cowboys, someone had to be the first one to come up with those, and that was the porn writer. They were the first one to come up with that one, guys. So, that's ingrained into American society, into the zeitgeist of America now, all those scenarios. These guys are the Hall of Fame of porn scenarios. We're forever indebted to these people, is what I'm trying to say. But nowadays we live in the time of big data, right? We're gathering all this data. And I read an article about this one time, and they were talking about that data actually shows that the most popular types of porn are things like stepmom porn, MILF, BBW, medical situations, stuff like this, medical examinations, So, I'm assuming that these, porn executives are walking into the office with these writers and they're going, all right, everybody, the data's showing us that left-handed men between their 30s and 40s making $55,000 a year, they can only come watching their stepmom get a pap smear. So make it happen, everybody. So these guys it's go time for them. There they are in the writer's room, and they're just coming up with this. Okay, let's set this scene. Maybe the stepson is giving his stepmom a ride to the gynecologist's office. Okay, got that down. Okay, and then they're in the waiting room. Okay, so now we got to get them into the exam room. So she's in the exam room, and this is where the creativity's got to the creative juices got to start flowing. This is where it all kicks in, right? So how do they get the stepson into that examination room? How does it make sense? Well, you guys are probably thinking, Scott, it's simple. Maybe he's just there for moral support. Okay, I'll give that to you guys. I'll give it to you. But now I'm going to ask you, how and why do they start having sex? What's the rationale? And you guys are probably saying something along the lines of, Scott, come on, here's another layup, here's an easy one. Maybe the doctor says something like, the only way we can really get a good result is if you have an orgasm. So that's how it happens. But then I'm gonna say, come on, guys, why couldn't she just masturbate? Why can't she use a toy? Come on. Again, you guys are probably coming right back to me going, she's probably got some sort of condition where the only way she can come is through intercourse, right? All right. So now I'm just going to come back and say to you guys, you should be writing for porn because you are a perverted genius and you're missing your calling. Get out there and do what you do best. But what did they do before the big data era, right? Did they have focus groups for porn? And what was that like? And was everybody was everyone all in a big room like when you go to a focus group now, in a conference room and watching it? Ooh. Or did they have booths or something? And how did they get feedback? Did they look to see who was getting hard-ons? How hard were they? How many hard-ons do we have there? Were they counting them? Was it like a data guy counting the hard-ons and, all that stuff? I don't know. Was it just simple Q&A? You like this? You don't like that? I don't know. Maybe they used something measurable. Like maybe they started each session with a full box of Kleenex and a full bottle of baby oil, and then they measured how much was gone afterwards. I don't know. Either way, I wouldn't want to be the guy on the other side of that double-sided mirror. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely wouldn't want to be the janitor. All right, guys, that's my time. I am Scott Castellanos. Remember, follow, share, like, subscribe, do all those things, spread the word. Get it out there. I'm having a lot of fun. I know all this stuff has been very exciting for me. I'm having a blast with it. Hope you guys are enjoying too. Feel free to give me some feedback. Subscribe, like, share, follow, do all that stuff, guys. I appreciate all the support. Love you guys and see you tomorrow.